Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I thought we would do a vlog of me getting my Botox, lip filler, and I'm also booked in for some face filler, which will be new for me. So I have been getting Botox for, well, I'll be 48 next month, so probably 7 years, I would say. This lady, Ashley, that's gonna do it today, she's been doing my Botox for probably 5 years, like a long time. And when I first started getting Botox, I would go every 4 months, but now I'm at the point where I just go maybe twice a year. So it really, if you're consistent with it, it really does, you know, you can really space it out. So you can see, like, I definitely have movement, but when I'm relaxed, there's no deep lines there, right? And that's just because I've been doing preventative Botox for, you know, kind of since I hit 40. And then I've had lip filler lots of times in the past. I was getting lip filler pretty consistently for a couple of years. Lip filler burns out real quick for me, so it only lasts 4 or 5 months. And I haven't had any in about a year, so I'm missing it. Look at these thin little lips. So I'm gonna go get my lips filled, and then I also asked for some extra time in the appointment so that we can talk about face filler and what she would recommend and what she thinks is needed. Like I said, I'm going to be 48 next month, and I'm really starting to see some aging, you know, in this area for me. So I get my Botox, my forehead, you know, in between my brows, crow's feet, and down in here because I have really strong, these muscles are pretty strong for me. So I'm just gonna go see what she says, right? How can we freshen it up a little bit as I'm about to turn 48. So that's my plan. I have driven into the city, and I actually drove in with my husband, and then my appointment is in about an hour. So I just stopped at Babies R Us. I wanted to see if they had a little, like, I need a little bassinet or something for when they bring the baby over, but also I have no room to put anything, so it has to be pretty compact, something I can just sort of fold up. I don't even have anywhere to put it, to fold it up and put it in a closet or something. I just have to fold it up and like lay it against a wall. Like, there's no room in that place. So anyways, I didn't find anything. And the stuff I did find, oh my goodness, like there was this cute little rocker thing. It was $300. It's like, it's only good up till 4 months. So anyways, I didn't find anything. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting filler. I'm just trying to kill an hour. It's getting pretty hot in the car, so I'm going to turn the car on, get the air conditioner going because I don't want to be all sweaty for my appointment. I'll be sweaty already because when I am nervous, I'm a nervous sweater, and when I'm in pain, I sweat. That's my pain response, is always sweating. So, and I am nervous. I'm always nervous for the lips. So the Botox, no big deal. I don't even hardly feel it. The lips is pinchy. The lips is pinchy, and I've never had any filler in my face. I'm a little nervous for that too. So anyways, I'll film a little clip right out of the office. I won't ask to film in there. I mean, she may let me, but you guys, I can't be nervous and sweating and film. This is too much. So what I'm going to do is just get through the appointment, and then I'll film a little clip once I'm back in the car. So this is my before. Let me get my hair out of the way. That's my before. You can see crow's feet. This stuff, well, the Botox takes, you know, weeks to kick in, so that won't be different, but I'm hoping we do something with the deepness of these and something with this down here a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what she says. So again, there's the before. Next time you guys see me, I'll hopefully look a little refreshed. Hi guys. So I'm feeling pretty beat up. Okay. I don't even know where to start. So I had my usual Botox. Fine. I had my lips done also. That's usual. Fine. So I had filler done. What she ended up doing was jawline filler. You guys, look at that jawline. Stop it. Look how good that looks. And then she did some in here. I don't know what this is called. Just where I've lost some volume. So I know I look really shocking right now. I am literally minutes from having this done. Everything's frozen. The filler does very uncomfortable. The lips are pretty also uncomfortable. The Botox you don't really feel. So I'm feeling a little bit like I'm a little shaky. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and get my bearings. I couldn't be happier with the results. As always with Ashley, amazing. Like, she must have sat with me for, I don't know how many, like 20 minutes going over what we were doing, what we could do, what my results would be, side effects, costs. Like, she's so thorough. She's so amazing. She puts up with, you know, how shaky and much of a baby I am. So yeah, I'm gonna have some pretty good bruising, she said. I always bruise in my lips, actually. And, you know, I have lately been getting bruising from the Botox as well. I have been taking Arnica prior to going, and she gave me some topical Arnica as well. So yeah, I'll go more over all of this. You know, maybe I'll film a little bit tonight to show you what it looks like once all the swelling hits, because I know my lips always kind of double in size before they go down. But yeah, this is literally right outside. Like, I just finished. I don't even know what time it is, 4:15, so that took almost 2 hours. So much poking. Stop poking me. I am in a little bit of discomfort here. And I think she did say I would have a bruise there. This side I don't really feel at all, but I do feel some discomfort in here. My lips are already kind of throbbing a little bit. So yeah, I'll film tonight. I'll give you an update. I'll show you how I look after I've kind of sat with this a little bit. I can't lay down or anything, and I do feel pretty tired. Like, that was sort of a full day. Yeah, so I'll update you guys tonight and show you how big these lips get before they kind of settle in. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm starting like this so that, just fair warning, if you've never seen freshly done lip filler, it can be jarring. So I think it's about 8:30 at night, and I finished up my appointment there just after 4. So I'm kind of at the point where it's maximum swelling. My face hurts, my lips hurt. Okay, you guys ready? Now, I do always really, really swell. Every time I've ever got lip filler, they are easily twice as big as when I left there. Like, I'm swollen. I always swell. The nice thing is I don't really see much for bruising. And normally I bruise really bad. But this time I did take Arnica the 5 days prior to the appointment, and I'm wondering if that's what's helping. I know this looks terrible. I know, you guys, and it hurts. If you've never had lip filler, this is always the point where you think to yourself, why would I do this? This looks terrible and it hurts. So my lips hurt. The Botox I don't even really feel, although I do feel like I'm going to get a pretty good bruise there. I can see it. I kind of look a mess because I haven't washed my face or anything. I haven't touched my face. I had filler here and here. I just put some lip balm on, so my lips are very, very glossy, so it even looks worse than it does if they are not so glossy. But shh, bird, we're filming. Be quiet. This hurts here, and I've got quite a bit of swelling. And this side doesn't hurt quite as bad, but definitely right there is sore. Bird, be quiet. The jawline I don't really feel. Like, it's a little sore, it's a little tender. She did say it would be lumpy and bumpy for quite a few days, weeks actually, a couple weeks. You're supposed to massage it, not today, but starting tomorrow. But it's always the lips. Like, it hurts, like even inside my mouth hurts. Like my mouth just hurts. I don't know what it is about mouth pain. You just can't get away from it. It hurts to talk. But I'll get into some pretty good light to show you. So I am icing that whole area. I'm taking oral Arnica, and I'm also putting on topical Arnica on any of the spots where I had injections, because again, I did have like 40 injections or something crazy. Too much for one day, that's for sure. Yeah, so there's the jaw stuff. I'm pretty swollen here, so I think that'll just take however long it takes to come down. But I will show you what this looks like in the morning, because hopefully in the morning it's better. But let me get into some very unflattering light in my bathroom so you guys can really see. the level of swelling. Ouch! Yeah, and this is quite tender here. I'm quite swollen too. I'm not sure why one side more than the other. Maybe one side needed a little more than the other. I don't know. Again, I've had lip filler many times, so I know that this is just how it is, you know, kind of. By this time in the evening, I'm always really regretting that I had this done. Again, the jaw seems fine. Like mostly what just hurts is right there. So if I cover that up, so you're not distracted by my lips, you can see the jawline looks tighter. It's more sculpted, which is what I wanted. I mean, the lady I go to is a magician. Honestly, she's so amazing. Pretty sore. I did actually just take a Tylenol, and I am icing, but this is normal for me. I've actually had them swell worse than this by this point in the evening. So, you know, this is not as bad as it's been previously, but I just feel tight and sore, and yeah. So I'll take a little video in the morning, you know, come along this little journey with me. You can decide if this is something that you would at all even want to do if you've never done it. So I'm not gonna pretend like it's anything less than how it really is, right? This is what it's like 4 hours after I've had it done. It's sore, it hurts, they feel like little stuffed sausages, like there's no give in them. It hurts to talk, it hurts to smile. Yeah, the face filler, though, honestly, the jaw stuff that I had done, I don't really feel like if I touch there, it's tender, but it's not throbbing and aching like my lips are. The Botox, of course, I don't feel at all. Any of that. So you do have to stay sitting up for 4 hours, I think she said. So I'm at that now. So I would like to wash my face. You are such a monster. Come here. I would like to wash my face and get ready for bed, but it hurts. So I never do this, but I may actually just not. I just might not. The truth is I don't really have any makeup on except for eye makeup because she pretty much cleansed my whole face prior to injecting. And other than my nose, I kind of had injections everywhere else, right? So almost all my makeup's been removed anyway. Yeah, so anyways, I'm sore. I hurt. I just took a Tylenol. I'm hoping that kicks in. Yeah, lumpy and bumpy, and that does last a little bit. If you've never had filler, I think the bumpiness in my lips usually lasts a couple weeks. She did say to massage it, again, not right away, because you don't want to rub where you had Botox, and I had Botox here and here, as well as here, and then all in my forehead and in there. So I can't massage, can't rub where you've had Botox, so I can't rub any of this right now. But I think after 24 hours, she said I could. So yeah, here we go. I will film a little clip in the morning, and hopefully some of this has really gone down. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, you guys. Who has had lip filler? Leave your information if you're willing. Talk about it in the comments below. I love to hear other people's perspectives, other people's experiences that they've had. I think that's so helpful, right? This is just my experience. Again, though, I have had this many times before. Probably 4 times I've had lip filler. And it is sort of always this, why did I do this? It hurts. And you know, it hurts to have it done. I know some people don't find it painful. I really quite do. Very pinchy. This filler that she did here, she used a cannula. So and this stuff here too. So she goes in with like she uses a needle first to poke a hole. And then she goes in with just like this tube type thing. I don't know. I'll talk about it tomorrow. My lips hurt too much to go into it now. So I'll go through all of it tomorrow with you guys. What hurt, what didn't hurt, how it felt, the whole process, so you guys know. For those of you that are curious, right? Or those of you who are just nosy like me. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking because it's just making my lips really hurt. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. So it is the next day. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, I still have an absolute ton of swelling. That's normal in my lips. And actually, I have to say, I normally have pretty significant bruising with a lip filler, but I did take, like I said previously, an oral Arnica, and I have been applying topical Arnica gel since I had all the injections done. And I think the oral stuff really has made a difference. I do have some bruising where the jaw filler was done. I've got that spot there. And I've got another spot there, maybe hard to see. I've got some bruising where the Botox was done, but in my lips, actually not hardly anything. And for me, that's very unusual. I'm not really swollen here at all in the jaw. Where most of my swelling is of course the lips, which is normal. And also in these marionette lines, this is very, very swollen. I don't know, you know, it's kind of hard for you maybe to reference how swollen I am based on what I look like right now, because I don't have a side-by-side of what I looked like prior to the injections yesterday. So I don't have any makeup on or anything. I know I look a little bit shocking maybe, but no makeup today. And then tomorrow I can put some makeup on and kind of get back to it. So I'm just going to go about my day. I'm actually going to clean the house, I think, because I just want to stay in because this looks a little alarming maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's fine, but I'm going to stay in. So, and then tomorrow I'll film one last update and we can see what it kind of looks like 2 days out. And, you know, then you'll see what I look like as I continue to heal. I think it does take a few weeks, right? It takes a couple weeks for all the swelling to be gone and all the kind of lumps and bumps. As far as pain, my pain was pretty significant in my lips and this area here, where the filler is. So the filler in my lips is a hyaluronic acid-based filler, and it's the same filler that she used here in the marionette lines. My jaw filler is something else. It was called Radice. Okay, come here. All right. So annoying, Bert. It's Radiesse is the filler that she used for the jawline. And I've had really no swelling with that, and I have very little pain. You know, it's tender if I touch it, just like a bruise would be, but I don't feel it. Whereas this like through last night, through the evening and through the night, my lips and this part right here just ached and throbbed, and no amount of ice I did really gave me any reprieve from that. So again, I've had lip filler before. It did seem a little more painful than I remember through the night, but you know, sometimes you forget the pain. So I can't say really for sure if it was or not. I feel like it was more painful than I was expecting. Lou. So I got one syringe of filler in my lip. So these are incredibly swollen. They will go down and look, you know, kind of like my lips did, you know, 10, 11 months ago when I had it done. So I think mostly it just helps to kind of plump them out a little bit and, you know, smooth out the surface and give me a little more area to work with. But, you know, getting one syringe in my lips that are quite small, it's not a marked difference. Like, it's quite a subtle change. It looks like a big change right now, but again, this 50% of this is swelling for sure. I don't remember having so much swelling. Well, I have always had lots of swelling, but I feel like in the morning the swelling's kind of gone, whereas this is really kind of sticking around. These are very swollen, and this here, like it's like there's two little gobstoppers. You know, there's two little balls right there. I can really feel them, and they're very, very tender, but not really any bruising from those. She kind of went in like this to fill that, and on that side as well. So anyways, I do have topical Arnica gel. So if I look kind of shiny in spots, that's what that is. So I'll do another update tomorrow so we can see kind of day by day how this looks, but I'm very swollen still. I said to my girlfriend today, I look like I've swallowed a beehive, like it's just so swollen and tender. But pain is going away, which is lovely. So I did take a Tylenol last night, and honestly, I feel like it didn't even touch the discomfort. So I haven't taken any pain meds today. It feels fine, honestly. Like I feel it. I know it's there. I'm aware of it. It's sore and achy, but I haven't eaten yet. I am going to try to eat something here right away and see how that goes. I did eat as soon as the injections were done. Like my husband was in town working, and so we met up, got in the car, drove through McDonald's, and I quickly ate because I knew by the time I got home I probably wouldn't even be able to eat. That's how swollen it would be. And that was true. That was right. So I'm glad I ate, you know, kind of right around 5 o'clock last night. And then I didn't even really drink any water or anything last night. It just was too sore to move my lips. So I'm gonna try to eat something now. I did have coffee this morning and it was fine. So yeah, here you go. Here's the update the next day. Yeah, 21 hours after the injection. So there's that update, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Hi everyone. So it's 2 days later from my injections, and as you can see, hopefully most of the swelling is gone. My lips are still a little swollen, and I still have a little swelling here in the marionette lines, but everything is feeling so much better, and it just feels like normal now. Like I don't even, if I touch this, it's tender, but I don't have any discomfort just kind of talking and eating and all those things. So I've kind of got you propped up here on my bed. So hopefully that holds. And I tried to get in the best lighting I could. So I know I've said before, but it's tricky for me to film right now. My husband's working from home and there's other people in the house, but I wanted to film this update 2 days after my Botox and my filler. So let's take it back to the start. So I went in and I had my consultation with Ashley, who's been doing my injections for years. I'll maybe put a little link to the office that she works out of. It's called NV Beauty Lab. Is that right? Yeah, NV Beauty Lab and Laser in Calgary, Alberta. I'll put their information below in case you're local and you live here and you're curious. She is going on mat leave in just a couple days, so probably even by the time this video goes up, she'll be gone. But there's lots of lovely ladies there. I haven't seen anyone else. I've only ever seen Ashley, and she'll be gone a year. Hence why I went in and had this full meal deal done all at once. So I'm gonna go through kind of the whole process in case you're curious and want to know what it was all about. So I know in my vlog that I have filmed so far, you kind of saw me just prior to getting it done and then immediately after, which I was a little shaken up to say the least. I was pretty shaky. And then that first evening, quite a bit of discomfort. And then the next day, still quite a bit of swelling. So like I said, 2 days later. So what I had done, so I had my normal Botox. And what I get done is 54 units. Now, I don't know the breakdown of that, but I get my forehead done, I get my crow's feet, I get in here, and I get Botox down in here. And that just, this down here helps with this. I can't even really do it because there's filler in there now. But just this area, this is where I really see a lot of my aging. So I had 54 units of Botox, and the cost on that, I have my receipt here. She charges $10 a unit, and so it was $540 for my Botox, and that's normal. And I've been doing that for, like I said, probably, I've been getting Botox about 7 years, and I've for sure been getting, you know, kind of between 50 and 60 units for, let me just grab Bert because she's being awful. I don't know, I would say 5 years, like quite a long time. And then I also got my lips done. So in my lips, she placed a product called Teosyal Kiss. Teosyal Kiss, Teosyal Kiss, no. And she put a full syringe of that in my lips, and it's a hyaluronic acid filler, and it was $675 for my lips. Now I have had my lips done with hyaluronic acid filler before, not that brand in particular. That's the first time I've ever had that brand, but I've had lip filler probably at least 4 times before. So I do love getting my lips done. I have quite thin lips, I think, and I am self-conscious of them. And so getting lip filler just helps me feel a little prettier, honestly, right? And it does smooth them out and just, you know, plumps them up and makes them look better. You know, again, in my opinion, this is all just in my opinion. So yeah, I've had, again, those things I've all had done before. But what I got new this time was I wanted to talk about some facial fillers. So I wasn't sure what would be needed, or, you know, I think the thing is, if you're going to have any injections done, you need to really trust the person that's doing that work for you. And be confident that they are looking at your face and are seeing things that maybe you don't see, and are experienced enough to know the results that they can get with the products that you're interested in trying. And so I trust Ashley. And so when I went in, I actually went in my head thinking we would probably plump up my cheeks a little bit. But, you know, what she thought would be the most dramatic result was focusing on this area, because this is the area that bothers me, that I'm seeing my aging in. I was starting to get some little jowls down in here and some loss of volume in here. I was always in front of the mirror doing this. That's what I want to look like. And that's what I do look like. I know it's subtle, you guys, but we are all our hardest critic, are we not? And it bothered me. And so, you know, I had the conversation with my husband, hey, this bothers me. And he said, then go do it. Go see what it's all about, get the information. And so when I had booked the appointment, I had booked in enough time to do some sort of filler. Again, I thought we would probably do a little bit there. But she said, no, here's what she thought we should do. And so absolutely trust her, right? And I couldn't be happier with the results. So what she did was the name of the filler that she did in my chin was Radiesse Plus. Why do they all have such weird names? Come on. Radiesse Plus. And it was $775 just for the jawline. And then in my marionette lines, she used the same filler that she used in my lips, but only half a syringe, and that was $450. So $450 for the marionette lines and $775 for my chin. And so how she did it was she used a cannula, which is not a needle. It's like a little tube. It doesn't have a pointy end. So in order to get it in, she has to do like a pilot hole with a needle. And so she puts numbing cream on my lips. And so the Botox, I know I've said before, it's not really, you don't really feel it. It's a tiny, tiny little needle. There's some parts that are kind of pinchy, but it's, you know, overall it's like a 2 out of 10. The lips are quite pinchy. They do numb them. Like that numbing cream sits on for probably half an hour. I can still feel it. And it's uncomfortable. It's pinchy. It hurts, right? Like I don't know what to give it out of 10, but like 5, I don't know. If you asked me right after having it done, I would give it a 10 out of 10. 2 days later, I'm going to say 5. So the lips are pinchy. They hurt, especially like up in here. I don't know. But they don't freeze for face filler. So she put the numbing cream on my lips, and then she kind of got up, and I was like, oh, hey, let's, what are we doing about all this other stuff? And she said, oh, no, we don't freeze for that. And I was like, oh, okay. Seems like we should, but anyways. And so she goes for the chin. That's where we started my whole day started with the chin. And so she did like a pilot hole. I want to say the pilot holes were right about here. And it feels just like you think. It feels like somebody using a needle in your face, and it pinches, but it's over pretty quick, right? So it's no big deal. And then she goes in with the tube, which is actually how the cannula, which is actually how she puts the filler in. Now, I'm not a medical professional, so if I am making mistakes here, I apologize. This is just my understanding of what was done. So then when she puts in the cannula, I don't know that there's really much for discomfort, but what there is noises, and there's pressure, and there's kind of like squelching as she moves it through your, sorry. If you are squeamish, you might want to just go forward a little bit. This might be too much for you. As she's pushing it through, there's parts that are tougher to get through, and so there's kind of like this, that kind of movement in your face. And there's noises, there's like squelchy bits, and there's tugging, and so I think she went that way first, and then she kind of turned and she went this way. You guys, when she did this side, I was like, oh, I have made a mistake. This is not for me. I would like to leave. I want to get out of this chair. And in my head, I'm thinking, how weird will it look if just one side's defined? It'll be fine. I'll just be like this all the time. You'll just never see this side. So, you know how you have those weird conversations with yourself? That's what was happening. Yeah. So, and again, not that it really hurt, because I will say, I do think the lips hurt more, but it was uncomfortable, and it made me feel uneasy. And when she would get over close to the chin, it did hurt. Yeah. So I don't really know how to describe it other than it was unsettling. It was unsettling more so than it was painful. There was parts that were uncomfortable. There were parts that were pinchy, again, especially as we got close to the chin here. And so that was fine. So she did one side of the chin and then the other. And I was like, oh, I have signed up for too much today. So then again, when she went to do the marionette lines, she did like a pilot hole, I want to say around here, and then went in. Now I didn't see what she was doing because I don't want to watch, and I wasn't trying to film or anything, and I wasn't looking. There was a mirror off to the side, but I wasn't looking. Yeah, these were done pretty quick, and I don't really remember any discomfort with that. So she did the face filler first, then she did my lips, and then she did my Botox. It took about 2 hours, and yeah, I was sweating. After the face filler, I was shaking pretty good. So there was lots of her checking in on me. How are you doing? Do we need a break? Are you feeling faint? I was like, oh, jeepers. This is rough. But I'm not going to gloss it over for you guys. This is actually how it was that day for me. And I think it's good to know, right? If you're going to have this done and you get shaky, well, that's normal. If you feel like you want to run from that room, also, me too. And so when we were done, I was thankful that I had done it, and I couldn't be happier with the results. The jaw filler, I think she said, doesn't really swell. This is a different type than the hyaluronic acid. It's not a hyaluronic acid filler. And she said probably 9 to 12 months for the face filler stuff. The lips, truthfully, I get maybe 4 months out of it. And the Botox, I get about 6 months out of it. So I think I gave you all the prices. I did also, while I was there, I bought some Arnica gel, and that was $15. And I bought some Latisse, which is a eyelash enhancer, and that was $145. So my total bill with tax and everything in was $2,730. I have no regrets. It's a ton of money, but I feel like I'm gonna love this. Like, I feel like my jawline already looks so much more chiseled, back to kind of how I remember it looking 10 years ago. I am still a little lumpy and bumpy. That does take a couple weeks to go away, but I don't have any. I just did a clear gloss on my lips so that you could see where I'm at 2 days later. I do have bruising, but this is nothing. Like a little bit of a tinted gloss, I could cover this up. Whereas prior to taking the oral Arnica, which I know I've mentioned earlier in this video that I did do that 5 days prior, I took oral Arnica. I'll link it down below. I got mine off Amazon. I think it was $25. And then post injections, I've been placing the topical Arnica. Again, I'll try to find a link and link that down below. But I do think that's made a huge difference in the bruising, because normally my lips, the bruising is dark purple, and it comes out of my lip borders and just looks a mess for weeks. The Botox too, I do have some bruising. You can see that. I do have makeup on today. I did all my Shop My Stash products on today. It looks really pretty, I think. So I'll link that video if you want to see what I've got on my face. And then I do have bruising. If I tip up, you can probably see I've got some bruising. Mostly it's underneath, so you can't even really see it. As far as discomfort today, my lips feel fine. Even when I, kind of bounce them together, they feel lumpy, like there's little marbles or pebbles in there, but that is normal. It does go away, but no discomfort. I still feel like I have a bit of swelling here, but the discomfort is gone. Even when I press on it, it doesn't really feel like anything other than I can feel the filler. Like I can feel it in there. It just feels like a little more dense than the rest of my tissue. But under here, it's tender right there on both sides. Quite a bit of tenderness, less so here, but only if I touch it. So yeah, there you go. What else did I want to tell you guys about this whole experience? If you have questions, just leave them in the comments. First of all, I love to hear from you guys, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have about this, whether you think that, you might want to try this or nah. That's not for me, which is fair enough. I have lots of girlfriends who are just aging gracefully, and I love that for them. I'm just gonna be a little bit fighting it the whole way. I can tell already. So yeah, I was pretty self-conscious about my jowling that I felt like I was getting. and gone. So I couldn't be happier. Yeah, so I'm really happy with it. Honestly, the whole thing. Lips I love. I wish there was an easier way to have my lips just look like this than to go through lip filler, you know, kind of twice a year. It's not my favorite thing. So I can tell this vlog is going to be a long one. I've got lots of clips to edit and put together. But yeah, leave me any questions down below. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you were thinking of doing any of this, I hope this was helpful or informative or just another perspective on what the whole experience is like. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.